What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another deck profile video here on Alpha&Gamma Gaming. Today I have a special guest in the form of
Gem City Digimon. You can see it on the sleeves.
Gem City Digimon, one of my collab partners here on YouTube. Please go check him out after watching this deck profile video of his one and only Blackwargreymon X. So you are known on your channel for being like a huge Blackwargreymon supporter.
Yes.
Do you still believe, even with the upcoming like sets that come out, like EX4 and BT13, 14?
I'm gonna make it work.
You're gonna make it work?
I'm gonna try my best to make it work. Because
now,
this is a deck that I love. I've been playing it since BT5 when the Security Plus 1 came out that had Reboot, where I thought it was super good, trying to build it with the punch card. We were just going for, we were doing one punch. Just one punch only.
Exactly.
All 5 security. And the deck never worked. It was so situational, and I was like, I'm a bad deck builder. So we went back and said, scrap it, and played something else.
Basically, you were basically a blacksmith, like reforging a blade until it like got to a razor's edge.
Yeah, and then for BT5 we realized that we were trying to make a sword out of a butter knife, and we're like, yeah, that's garbage, threw it out, and it was like, we'll wait until more support came out.
Exactly. Okay, so
don't ask me what I played then, I don't remember.
Right, so without further ado, let's go ahead and get into the eggs.
We were just playing 4 of the Koromon, BT9. BT9, it gives you 1 KDP when you attack with the Digimon that has Agumon or Greymon name, just for number fixing.
And as you guys will see, he has fully maxed out rarity this deck. So get ready to see pure, shiny amazingness. And then this one is just, it has Agumon or Greymon in the name, it gets 1000 DP on attack,
It's
right?
Agumon or Greymon.
Agumon or Greymon.
Yeah, it just, you make your small little Agumons into 3K, which is funny, because sometimes they'll survive a security check, but we never really attack with it.
Right.
Or if they attack with something and they have like a smaller attack or smaller body, you can just swing over it. We don't really go into it. All of our rookies are just searchers.
Okay, so going into the rookies.
We play 4 of the best boy, Agumon X Antibody.
The best and shiniest of boys, Agumon X Antibody. I mean, look at that rarity foiling though. It just looks so good. Like that shattering in the back too.
Yeah, it's got more Greymon. Should have been a Blackwargreymon.
And this one, and then this one's just a search, basically on Digivolution and on play. Essentially,
yeah. You never want to evolve over this in your egg. You just want to put something out in the field, do your search, and then evolve over it. It goes over your Agumon for a 0 cost on play, and when Digivolving, you reveal the top 3 cards. You grab an X Antibody and Digimon with Greymon in his name, or Omnimon. So you're only grabbing 1 X Antibody option card and 1 Omnimon or Greymon card, so a total of 2.
But you don't run Omni, right?
No. Omnimon just makes the deck brick. Okay. And it goes over your Agumons for a 0 cost, so it's great.
Right.
For the next ones, we're playing 4 of the Promo Agumon.
Promo Agu. So this is the Agumon
from the gift
during your turn when you attack. During your turn, if you have Greymon in its name, it's plus 2000.
Yeah, it just you can go for the starter deck Agumon that gives you 2K when you attack, but that's only towards a player. Whereas this one is more, hey, we're just making a bigger body, so if we're going over something, we got that additional 2K DP to solve numbers.
Right. The starter deck one is useful, but I think that one's actually more viable due to the fact that, again, it's the starter deck one does say player, whereas that one can be either or.
Yeah, well, it's just during your turn, so you get that 1 KDP, which is or 2 KDP, which is really nice, but you know, you're making big numbers already.
Exactly, it's still beneficial.
And for the last one, we're just playing 4 of Agumon from BT12.
I'm noticing a lack of shininess on this.
They don't have a shiny one yet.
Yeah, I know they don't. I mean, just imagine if this was like foiled. I think this would look so good.
I was running 4 of the BT5 Agumon just because I have 4 of the event packs that are shiny. But this is just so much better because we are playing the Taikamiya. So we're grabbing Omnimon or Greymon, but we're only playing Greymons. And 1 Taikamiya, so it can grab your ties that you see. and it goes over your Cormon for 0 cost, and it has a nice inheritable all turns. If it has Greymon or Omnilon, it gains 1 KDP, which can solve numbers during your opponent's turn.
Right. Now, for this one, do you want to see him be an on-play more, or would you rather him in evolution because of its inherent?
It's situational. Most times I'll throw it in the back, but if I open up with this is definitely going over the egg, and this just gets played. Because getting a force search, I can, if passed over 3 memory, I can easily search to like a third of my deck in 1 turn, just with how much cards we're searching through.
Right.
I actually played against Machine Tremont earlier today with his deck, and he passed me over 4, and I went through like probably half my deck. So we're definitely seeing a lot of searching, but that's it for the level 3s.
All right, so now we're on to the level 4s, and we're starting with
2 of the Greymon from BT5. It is there for
special
just,
like foiling of it too.
yeah, it's the event pack one.
Yeah, the event pack, which I do like the background on that a lot.
Yeah, the little shattering glass is amazing.
And then this is the one that when you digivolve on a Agumon, you gain a memory back, right?
Yeah, it's only on Agumon and name. So if you go over an Agumon X antibody and it's the only card in the sources, you're paying the 2. You're not paying you're not gaining the 1. So you have to have the Agumon and name only. It's looking for the name.
Okay, and then this one's inherit is
it gains 2 KDP.
Yeah, 2 KDP. So most of your inherits that you're looking for are things that are giving you the 2, like the power.
Yeah, we're just getting some additional numbers because you know, you're going to see a little bit of my spice choice later on in the next levels. But this just gives an additional 2K, swing over some bodies and just, you know, solve problems. This is mostly played because it's more memory efficient, and I just like, you know, because Blackwargreymon is already memory heavy, so we're just trying to make it as easy as possible.
Right.
And unfortunately, we're just playing 2 of the Security Attack +1 from the starter deck. It's not high rarity.
I mean, it's still the borderless. I think I like the borderless more than I do the foiling.
I do like the borderless more. I don't know whether I want to get this in a judge version or get the other one, but
if you were to like change the rarity on it,
yeah, I'd probably just go for the judge. I saw the judge pack one and it looks.
I mean,
amazing.
the judge pack one does look nice, but I'm a sucker for borderless cards.
Yeah, it's just I like the art on this one. So
Exactly.
yeah, it's just security check +1. You know, get some additional checks. That's it.
Now I noticed with that one and the previous Greymon, you only run 2 copies of both of them. Is there a reason for that?
We're doing a little more toolbox.
Toolbox?
So, just have like some flexibility and just so that you're not kind of stuck in like doing one thing over and over again. You can kind of adjust on the fly.
Okay.
But the 4 KDP kind of sucks because that number does come up, but with the Agumon it becomes 5K, so it can avoid some DP related deletion effects.
Okay.
For another Greymon, we're playing just the one of the BT12 Greymon.
The BT12 Greymon. So just the one of.
It's not shiny.
Well, I mean, it doesn't come shiny, but
unfortunate.
I would think that you would run more of this though, because aren't like most of the tamers in there tie?
Yeah, well, we're running some ties in here, but the reason we're just running the one of is because we want to see it when we don't have the tie on board, and after that it becomes a dead card. The 1 KDP inheritable is nice, but
for the most part it's still a dead card even with that inherit?
Yeah, because we have other ways to make bigger DPs. Plus with our ties we're already getting a 1 KDP during our opponent's turn. So, but it does evolve over Agumon for 2 in name, so you can go over your Agumon X antibodies. It's 2 costs. It plays the tie if you don't have it. This is one card I just tried it for the time. Is the Greymon from EX1. I don't have the shiny version of it.
I need at least one.
So just the one version of the EX1 Greymon. And
I'm testing out. I don't want to spend the money on it if it turns out to be.
And this one, it's when attacking, you may play a tie Kamiya.
Yeah,
right?
It's with the 3 costs or less. So all of our ties are 3 costs. So. It only came up once in the store tournament where it actually made or it changed the game into my favor. But other than that, I think one of is fine. Like I said, it's more of a toolbox, so we get a little more flexibility in what we want to do.
Okay.
For the X antibodies, we're playing one of the Greymon X antibody because we're allowed to. Papa Bandai said no.
Yeah. Big Wigs and Bandai said only one of this guy.
I understand why it's at one, but
Yeah, but there were other better hits. Cool boy.
This is not a problem card. I will explain later. It does go over your Greymon for 0 cost. It does give you a reduction in evolution cost based on the number of colors in the Digimon that you evolve into. And it's got a super good alternative effect that you can detach an X antibody card from your source to prevent it from being deleted or returned to hand or deck. By detaching the X antibody and putting it on the bottom of the deck. So we just run this as a one of. And for the last ones, we're just playing 3 of the X antibody from BG9. Still one of the better ones.
I also agree this is one of the better ones because that inherit of if it's going to be deleted by an effect, you can pitch to the same level from it in order to prevent that deletion. That's just really good.
Or from it being a return to hand or deck.
Yeah, or hand or deck. But
during EX,
I think the only one that doesn't protect is Chaos Degeneration, right?
Chaos Degrade, yeah. It's an absolutely disgusting card. I hate it.
I know what I said, Chaos Degenerate.
But it's not, I call it, I don't know if it's actually degenerate, but I call it degenerate anyway.
I say degenerate because that's what it is, degenerate.
During EX3, this was my favorite card of the deck because I could build very big stacks and have multiple protections, and it's just you had to spend so much to try to get rid of it. At that point, it's like, well, shoot, now I got a Gaimon on field with 3 protections and 2 memory on to kind of play with. So
exactly. I mean, it's definitely a good protection card. And it's definitely something that the Greymon line needed, so I was so happy that it got that kind of support in the set.
Yeah, I just wish it had an inheritable that reduced the cost by 1. Just a one reduction would have been perfect.
That would have been nice too. Alright, so
now 5s, we're playing 3 of the Raid Metal Greymon.
The Raid Metal Greymon. And this is the Tamer Party version, right?
Yes.
So I do love the foiling for this.
Oh, I love the background. It's like a
and the background too looks great.
It's a fantastic card. So the reason we're going with this is because we're doing a Raid X Evolve effect. Kind of works with the new Gaimon coming out, or it's already out, because I feel like it's a good card. It goes over your Greymons in name for 3 costs instead of 4, which paired with this Metal Greymon makes it a 1 cost. So I think that's mainly the reason it got knocked down to 1. And also it has a nice effect of when you attack your raid, you switch the target from your opponent to the highest unsuspended Digimon, highest CP Digimon. And when a target is switched and it's all turns effect, so even if you block, you can play black or red Tamer from your hand with play cost of 4 or less. So really good because you can get out your Yuyas, your Ties. So and it's got a nuts security effect or inheritable effect because why not? It gets piercing, so you can swing X Evolve, go into something, get piercing on top of it. So that's why we run it because.
And then you're even comboing off with that raid effect, combining with the X antibody, being able to Digivolve onto it into your Mega, and then going in for the swing. Not only are you killing the Digimon, but you're also getting that pierce.
Yeah, and it's not even just with the Mega. You can go into your X antibodies and still do some cheeky little plays.
Such as?
Well, we're doing I'll show you here in a little bit, but we're going for 2 of the Metal Greymon from BT8s.
Okay. And then if I recall, this was one of the reprints from
it was the 25th anniversary.
Yeah, the 25th anniversary.
Box topper.
Which,
not box topper.
I do like the older art, but this one's like equally as good in my opinion.
I like it because it has the Digivice behind it.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
So it is 4 costs. This is why the deck is very memory heavy. You digivolve something by 1, and then you delete something 3K or less. The inheritable, it doesn't come up as often anymore because you want to go into this just to get the hits. But this card can come up in the fact that with your higher levels, you can just swing over something, get an unsuspend, and go in for a possible game. So we're just playing 2 of them. I think the Digivolve is an amazing effect because it can really ruin some plays.
I hear a lot of people complain about de-digivolving not being great. I don't know what they're talking about. I mean, there's the new Shadow Seraphimon that came out.
Yeah.
And EX4, and every time you lose security, Seraphimon can target one of your opponent's Digimon and de-digivolve it 1. I think that's just really good because it's slowing their plays down.
Yeah, and this can you have ties so you can reduce the cost. You go over the metal, the Great Axe antibody from BT11, it becomes a 2 cost. So you're not paying the 4 costs most times. So just getting the de-digivolve, it will really ruin someone's game plan. And for the last level 5s, we're playing 3 of the Metal Greymon X antibody from BT11.
Ooh, I see one of them here. Actually, it looks like all of them.
Yeah,
all the pre-release version.
Yeah, we like the shiny stamps.
We do like the shiny stamps. Shiny stamps are great. And then this one, it gives it protection from de-digivolving.
It is for 1 cost over your Metal Greymon, so unfortunately we would like it to be free, but we're not playing the BT9 one.
Right.
This is more for control and just kind of annoying our opponents. It evolves for 1, when digivolving until the end of the opponent's turn. It can't be DP, you can't give it minus DP, and it can't be de-digivolved. And if it has Metal Greymon or X antibody in its sources, you can delete something 6K or less, so it can get rid of some of the smaller control bodies. We mainly play it because of the opponent's turn effect when a Digimon becomes unsuspended, and after so many plays with this deck, you love to go against hunters because if you can strike hard and strike fast and they finally get the Quartzmon out and you have this on board, the moment they unsuspend with their Quartzmon, you trash the card from their deck. So with that being said, all their Digimon are suspended, they can't unsuspend. They're pretty much open for a strike, and if you're getting through all of them and you have something in the back, you can easily go up and go for game. So this is a great card, and an important thing people need to remember is that it's not just this Digimon. It says when a Digimon becomes unsuspended and it has Greymon or Omnimon in hand, trash top card of security stack. So I've seen too many people not realize that, and it's kind of sad because this is such an amazing card.
It really is such a good card. Like, it's very underappreciated.
Oh, it is. It's absolutely nuts against machines because they can't de-digivolve you, and against blue player because they can't de-digivolve you with their Dark Knight mons, and against yellow because they can't DP reduce.
Exactly.
Level 6s, we're playing 3 of the Blackwargreymon from BT8.
And can I just say, probably my favorite art for Blackwargreymon. I mean, he just looks like he's going in for the kill.
Yep.
Every single hit. And with that effect that he has, it definitely proves the art right.
Yes, the way I like to explain to people with this deck is that this deck doesn't care about kids or old men. Everyone's catching these hands because when you evolve over to into this Digimon, if it has red, you can delete Digimon. If it has black, it deletes Tamers. Up to a play cost of 6, so you can against hunters, it's just fantastic. Pop into their hunters and just kind of getting rid of their sources underneath. Really fun. And it's got an all turns effect of when a Digimon's deleted, you can. It's a may because of the Rada. Unsuspend this Digimon is not mandatory. So sometimes this does come up. You also give it blockers, so it's a nice big blocker, double blocker. Having this out with a Blackwargreymon X is absolutely atrocious. Being able to block, redirect, block again, that's 4 ways to stop something. It's just
exactly.
gross.
It's a great card for trying to like halt your opponents from doing stuff.
It just sucks it's a 4 cost, but we got ways to reduce it. For the next one, we're playing 2 of the Blackwargreymon X antibody.
With Yuya, right? That's his name?
Yes, we are I am the chosen one, unlike you guys.
Yeah, he is the chosen one, unlike you guys.
It evolves over your Blackwargreymon for 2. It is a 5 cost to evolve into it. It's got a natural reboot, so you get your X antibody Metal Greymon effect off. It's got an opponent's turn, once per turn when an opponent's Digimon, when your opponent's Digimon with the highest CP attacks, you can redirect it to this Digimon. And an opponent's turn, when a Digimon becomes unsuspended, you can delete the Digimon with the lowest play cost. So it's really good at board control. We're just playing as a 2-of because we can go over here Blackwargreymon. Sometimes I just X-evolve into it, get the swings. For the last 2 of the, well, not last 2, but for this, we're playing Gaimon.
Gaimon, this is the security +1 reboot.
Yep, from BT9. Evolves over your Blackwargreymon for 2. It is treated as a Greymon in name. Unfortunately, from what I read, you can't use digital translator to go into this. There's a weird text ruling with it.
I didn't know that. Why is it that you can't?
It's like with the Kahuzamon. I think you can go Sequoiamon into Kahuzamon, but you can't go Kahuzamon into Sequoiamon. It's really weird. It's a weird text ruling.
That's a really weird one.
It has a natural security attack +1 and reboot. If it has black in its source, you get the Digivolve, and if it has red, you get Blitz. This card is absolutely nuts against Quartz because you can just evolve into it. If you have the Metal Greymon that can attack an unsuspended body, you can just swing over it, but most times they have it suspended. So you can just Digivolve, Blitz, swing over. If you have Piercing, that's 2 checks, 3 checks possible, and just kind of go from there. It's a great card, so we're just playing as a 2-of.
And then one more level 6?
We're just playing one more Greymon from BT12. I don't know if it's going to stay in there or not, but we're still playing around with it. It is a rate card. Evolves over your Metal Greymon in name for 3 costs. When Digivolve, and it gains reboot and 3 KDP, and once per turn when an attack is switched, it can unsuspend the Digimon, so it becomes a double blocker essentially. So it's just disgusting. Tamers, we're playing 3 of the Taikamiya. Don't worry, the pretty ones are coming in.
The pretty ones are coming in. The box toppers, right?
No, the Altarts.
Oh, the Altarts. That's right. I forgot they had that one. And then this one just gives a Greymon or Agumon +1000 in blocker, as well as you can Digivolve and gain a memory.
Yep. So on play, it gains 1 KDP and blocker. Great when checked in security and possibly your last one. Hey, look, I got a Wargreymon on the field. Now I got a double blocker. I can kind of possibly survive. It also reduces the cost of going into a Greymon or Omnimon by 1 by suspending this tamer. Inherent security effect plays for free. 3 costs, so we get to play it. It's really cheap. So we love it because it makes the deck a little more memory efficient. For the other 2, we're playing 2 Cool Boy.
The pre-release version, not the other edition.
Not the event pack. I'm not sure if Cool Boy is going to be a good card going forward, so for now we're still playing with the pre-release. As far as rarity terms, this is a shorter supply, so they would be more rare.
Right.
2 costs, play, search 3 cards, and you can grab an X antibody option card, or card with X antibody and its traits. That's an option card and a Digimon. And then you can immediately get full value or half value out of it by suspending this when you evolve over something with X antibody as the same level. Draw 1, game 1. Absolutely busted, especially in the new Gaimon deck. I was playing with it and going from Gaimon EX4 into Gaimon BT9. You can suspend it and possibly still turns back or leave your opponent at 1, and it's just absolutely gross. The last one, we're playing 1 Yuya.
1 Yuya, the chosen one here. He's better than all of us.
Mainly because I don't want to see it too much. It could change, but I never really felt that I didn't see it when I needed it, or wish I had it sooner. It always came up right on time.
See, it's things like this where it makes you wish that Digimon had a sideboard. And not to say like doing the full sideboard like say Yu-Gi-Oh or Magic does, but like do like a I don't know, a 5-card or 10-card sideboard.
Yeah.
You know,
It'd be nice.
It'd be nice. It'd make the decks a little bit more flexible because when you go into a game, it just feels like, man, I feel like the game could have been different if the ratio for this specific card was like a little higher or if it was a little lower.
They really need to do a sideboard. I really like that because it made you think about like, oh, what's your bad matchup, so you can kind of adjust for it.
Exactly. So like, maybe we should, I don't know, say to Bandai, let's go ahead and give us a sideboard. It would definitely help us out a lot more.
This is your memory setter, so it gives you 3 memory starting off. And it has your turn. When you digivolve into a Digimon with Greymon in its name, you can suspend this to give it 2k DP. But if you digivolve into a Digimon with Greymon in its name of the same level, you can suspend this card to gain 2 KDP and prevent option effects from targeting it, where it's unaffected by option cards. So, really good for just being absolutely gross and disgusting.
Now, I know we're about to get into the last section of option cards, but one of the things I had been curious on is, would there be some sort of universe where you might try to run Marcus Damon? Because Marcus Damon does have that effect where it can digivolve a Greymon line up 1 for free when you only pay the 1 to push it out.
Yes, but that's for yellow Greymons. So
no, it can. I think it works for any Greymon, doesn't it?
Yellow Greymon, yellow Greymon with or yellow Digimon with Greymon in its name. So it doesn't work from what I've seen. Option cards, we're playing 3 of the X antibody. I could have gone for the pre-release ones, but I like this because the art is pretty.
The art is a lot. Actually, if I had to say, I think this one is just way better. Like, we don't talk about high rarity. I would still say to this day, this one's the higher rarity as opposed to the pre-release.
Yeah, I like it because it looks pretty. You get to attach it to one of your Digimon that don't have the X antibody already underneath it. When you attack, you can X evolve into a Digimon of the same level or higher. That's why we go from Metal Greymon to Metal Greymon X or Blackwargreymon X with the raid effect. It's got a security effect. You gain 1 memory and add it to hand. It can't be stripped, so great against decks that like to strip sources. It's a great card, and I play it as a 3-up. I don't want to play it any higher, any lower. I think 3 is perfect. For the next 2, we're playing 2 Hades Force.
And that is top 4
Yes.
Hades Force.
We got
love that stamp, love that golding. It looks amazing.
Yep. We got, well, I intentionally gave the store championship the win because I didn't want to play another match. He was playing Quartz, Loon Lord Quartz. I could have won it because I find that deck has a field day. Being able to control their Digimon on board and also use my Hades Forces.
Against Bloom Lord, this deck weed whacks.
Yeah, especially this card. It has a nice busted effect that instead of it being a 7 cost, it becomes a 5 cost if you have an X antibody underneath one of your Digimon. And you can delete some Digimon and or Tamers up to the play cost of one of your Greymon and name. So you always want to try to go for your Guilemon, Blackwargreymon, X antibody. Sometimes it's just going to be a Blackwargreymon or a Wargreymon. So this card is always active for whatever reason. And it's got a nice you also get the swing afterwards. So if they have a blocker and you have a Wargreymon, you can use Hades Force, delete it, and then swing for game. It's it's cheated me so many games. I can't believe it. And it's got an inheritable or a security effect of delete one of your opponent's Digimon with the highest play cost. Just recently, against Blue Flare, they had 2 Galeasmons out, and they checked a Hades Force in security. Instead of deleting the Galeasmon that wanted to be deleted, I deleted the other one because they're both the same play cost. So it was just funny. And for the last card, we're playing one red memory boost.
I mean, it's very rare to see a deck not have a memory boost in it. So it's always good to see, like, you know, the really nice alternate art of Goromon and Yokomon just eating some spaghetti and omelets.
It is. It's kind of like our flex, either level, like any evolution or rookie. You start off with it, you immediately play it, search 4 cards, grab something red that you're missing in your line.
Now, do you see this pop up as often in games?
Sometimes it pops up in a, like, if it's turn 1, I just go into it, play it, and then search 4 cards, then pop it next turn, depending, or it's checked in security. So it's just consistency. Just play it as one of. I don't see the need for multiples. But that's the deck profile.
Yep. And that's going to do it here over on Alpha&Gamma Gaming. Of course, as always, I'm AG here with Gem City Digimon, and we will see you in the next one.
See you guys.